Solving quadratic equations by using the formula. My go-to method for solving a quadratic equation would be factorisation. But as you see here, we need two numbers that multiply to give 1 and add to give 5. Well, that's impossible, right? The factors for 1 are 1 and 1. 1 times 1 is 1, which don't add up to give 5. Because the reason being is that can't factorise it because the solutions are not whole numbers. Using the formula is usually given away in the question because you're asked to solve 3 significant figures or 2 decimal places. So if you're asked to solve to a degree, it means that we're using the formula. The solutions are not whole number. Now, the formula you are actually given. So on the first sheet of the exam, you're given a list of useful formulas where you'll find the quadratic equation. So the solutions to ax squared plus bx plus c equals 0, where a is not equal to 0 given by this formula here. Okay, so first of all, we're going to label a, b and c. A is coefficient of x squared, got 1x squared, so a is 1. B is the coefficient of x, which is 5, and c is a constant term, which is 1. Okay, next we're just going to simply substitute into this formula. The minus b, minus 5, plus minus the square root of b squared minus 4 times a times c, all over 2a, 2 times 1. Now I do this in stages. I work out the calculation under the square root first. So 5 squared minus 4 times 1 times 1 is 21. And then 2 times 1 is 2. So what's this plus minus bit all about? Well, as you know from solving quadratic equations by factorisation, we can have up to 2 solutions. The one solution is with the plus, and the other solution is with the minus. If I type that into my calculator, minus 5 plus root 21. Sometimes you have to press equals at that point in your calculator. All divided by 2 is equal to minus 0.209 to 3 significant figures. And here, minus 4.79 to 3 significant figures. Okay, have a go at these 3 questions. Put me on pause and pause when you're done. So for this first question, we have A is 1, B is 2, C is negative 4. Put it into the quadratic equation. Minus 2 plus minus the square root of 2 squared minus 4 times 1 times negative 4 all over 2a. Let's just work out this bit here. 20. All over 2. So one of my solutions is minus 2 plus root 20 all over 2. The other solution is minus 2 minus root 20 all over 2. 1.24. It doesn't save, I'm just going to carry on to 3 significant figures. Minus 3.24. Okay, I've just made some, well, separating my board off. Here we have A is 2. B is 5. C is negative 10. B squared minus, nope, minus B, sorry, minus 5 plus minus the square root of B squared minus 4 times 2 times negative 10 all over 2A. Let's work out that calculation. There's 4 on the bottom. I don't know where I put a times here. There's not a times here. Let's get rid of that. Minus. £105. So minus 5 plus root 105 all over 4, 1.31. Minus 5 minus root 105 all over 4 minus 3.81. So minus 7 plus minus the square root of B squared minus 4 times A times C all over 2A. Seven squared minus 4 times 2 times 2, 33. So we have minus 7 plus root 33 all over 4 and then we have minus 7 minus root 33 all over 4. Which is minus 3.19. So you've got to be careful here. When solving a quadratic equation using the formula, you've just got to be careful when you've got a negative x coefficient. So let me just show you this in an example. So here, a is 1. B is -4 and C is 2. So we have minus B here. So that means minus -4. I'm just going to write it like this for now. But when you might subtract in a negative, it turns to positive. And then right here, you've got to be really careful. So -4 squared, if you're going to put this in your calculator, it needs brackets around the -4, because your calculator will do 4 squared and stick a minus in front of it. So it will give you an answer of -16 when -4 squared, -4 times -4 is actually 16. So just be careful of that. And then -4 times A times C all over 2A, so 2 times 1. Okay, let's look at simplifying this then. Minus -4 is 4. And let's work this bit out under the square root. Should have 8. So root 8 all over 2 times 1, which is 2. So one of my answers is 4 plus root 8 all over 2. And the other answer is 4 minus root 8 all over 2. So the first answer is 3.41 to 3 significant figures. And the second answer is 0.586 to 3 significant figures. Okay, I would suggest looking at these 3 questions. Put me on pause and pause when you are finished. Okay, so for this one, we've got A is 7, B is -6, and C is 1. So we have minus -6 plus minus the square root of B squared minus 4 times A times C, all over 2 times 2A, so 2 times A. Okay. The 2 minuses make a plus. Work out the bit under my square root. So -6 squared minus 4 times 7 times 1 is 8 all over 14. So one of my answers is 6 plus root 8 all over 14. Second answer is 6 minus root 8 all over 14. So the top answer, 0.63. 1 to 3 significant figures. And the bottom answer, 0.227 to 3 significant figures. A is 1, B is -1, C is -11. So minus 1 plus minus the square root of B squared minus 4 times A times C, all over 2 times 1. Right, subtracting a negative, 2 minuses make a plus. And under my square root, we have -1 squared minus 4 times 1 times -11, 45. That's all over 2. So one of my answers is -1 plus root 45 all over 2. And the other answer is -1 minus root 45 all over 2. So we have 2.85 and minus 2.85. Okay. Oh, I did question 3 instead of 2 next, but anyway, the order does not really matter. Here, A is 3, B is negative 10, C is 4. Hopefully you're at this stage now where you're answering these correct. Easier than you think with these to make mistakes. So just be careful. And question 2 should have been question 3. Order does not matter with these. A is 3, B negative 10, C is 4. So minus negative 10 plus minus square root of, don't forget your brackets, B squared minus 4 times A times C all over 2A. So let's work out the number under the square root. Oh, it's not negative 10, is it? Sorry, I thought that was little equals there. Just be careful here. Minus negative 10 is positive 10. But 2 negatives make a positive. Really easy to make mistakes with these questions. 148. So one of my x's is the 10 plus root 148 over 6. 3.69. And the other is 10 minus root 148 all over 6. Minus 0.36. 1 to 3 significant figures.